Good evening once again, fine people of the internet. It is time once again to spend a little time with me. Well, I think that would make it nicer if I was sober, but can't win them all. So, I felt like burning things recently. Do not ask me why. I don't really have any particular reason for it. I just wanted to just boot up the game and just light things on fire. Just had that sort of urge. Like, sometimes you get that urge, you know? You're not even having a particularly bad week or anything, oh. Coach Jam, thank you for the follow. Surprised to see you here on a Minecraft stream, but not gonna complain. Welcome. Pleasure to see you. So, yeah. No fight hand today. We're gonna be playing Minecraft. For the sole reason that I feel like burning a whole lot of things. So that's the score on that. Oh, you do? Well, I guess that fits. It's your lucky night, then. Alright. Just, give me a brief moment to get everything set up again. So, yeah. Not really, particularly the stall anymore, so... Let's just go ahead and, jump into the game. Why not? And here we see my, file from the last time I played this, which was Drunken 3am Gorilla. Not so this time. Alright, we're gonna create a new world. Call it Burn, naturally. Survival, fine. Yeah, we'll go peaceful, why not? Not really looking for a fight. I'm looking to just go into a zen sort of, idea. Just, light things on fire, why not? Although I do want to put some work into it, at least. At any rate. Let's just go ahead and, create it and just go in. And, yeah, that sounds like the Minecraft I've played. I do play this with my own friend group all the time to this day. So, I can totally see that being, something that happens. As a matter of fact, that does happen. Again, all the damn time. Although, fortunately, I'm not usually the victim. Usually I'm with the clique that's, a bit better at the game, so, I'm a bit, better strapped. More prepared for, the challenges that await any given, player of the game. Alright. We're in a forest. Very nice. Certainly a better spawn than the last time I played this, single player. And of course, frame rate's taking an absolute dump. Oh, and I see food already on top of that. So, yeah. So yeah, arson in Minecraft. Man, I got so self-conscious when I announced the stream, because I keep saying, I'm going to burn things in Minecraft. And of course, thanks to that one silly meme, people think you're covering up for something more nefarious. Well, I guess I'm lucky. Nobody forced me to explain. Like, people are cool, or else they understand the meme. I don't have to worry about people thinking I'm literally going to burn something in real life, and I'm using Minecraft as a cover. No, I'm literally just burning things in Minecraft. But we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. So, just the usual grind here. 1v2 fights. That's probably happened more times than anyone would care to admit, as well, in my server. It's not a PvP server by any stretch, but tensions do run high every now and again in there. Get strapped. Because obviously I'm gonna need gravel. Oh, there's gravel right there. How convenient. As a matter of fact, I should probably just go ahead and make the shovel right now. Why not? So. to light things on fire, obviously I need flint and steel. And flint you find in gravel. I'm sort of praying that I don't spend 2 hours aimlessly wandering finding flint, but that's up to the luck of the draw. Like I'm doing some speedrun shit here. But, yes. Then again, maybe I do subconsciously have something irritating me that makes me... Ah, there's the flint. Well, that's one less thing that irritates me. And there's the iron. Look at me, looking out, immediately. Except I just realized I need stone tools in order to gather iron. So I think I remember that quickly. But, yes. Like, overall, I'm actually doing pretty well. But I will admit, there are, certain things slightly irritating me, but nothing too major by any stretch. Oh, Doc, thank you for the resub. Really appreciate that. That is, really generous of you. I did not think, I was afraid that most of my subs would be one and done. I'm glad to know that, at least one of you is showing loyalty. Really appreciate that. Really grateful. Thank you very much. And even better, I already got the steel for the flint and steel. So, once I find some place to, hide out, which will probably have to be here. So, I'm not sure whether I want to start burning things immediately. And no, I don't. Let's make some shears. Except I need a fucking furnace. Dumbass. Alright, guess we're going back down here. It's a good thing we got a vein nice and nearby, huh? You can't buy this sort of luck, you just gotta be me. Alright, that should be enough. I believe it's only 4 for a furnace. So once I melt down this iron, we have our steel, which means I can start burning things in earnest. Shit, I need some more. But, yes, so yeah, despite the start, there are a couple of things irritating me, if I'm being quite honest. The number one thing being, I'm actually having some slight financial headaches. Mostly to do with PayPal. PayPal is a piece of shit fucking fun-taking software. Damn it, how many of these do I need? But yes, I'm not gonna go into too much detail for the sake of, I'm not sure I'm supposed to, disclose that sort of information. Not that I have a boss to worry about. But who knows what sorts of silly things people can glean off of me deciding to be candid about my finances. But I guess the easiest way to put it would be I'm having trouble actually acquiring my funds to actually be able to use them. I need fucking coal. Yeah, we'll just put them here. Fuck it. You know what? I'm not gonna wait for this process. I was gonna make shears, but I'm not feeling particularly patient. Sorry, Mr. Sheep. But yes, so yeah, bottom line, I can't actually... If you've made a PayPal donation, I'm currently, it's a bit more of a headache to use it. I'm a bit limited in what I can use it on. Which, granted, I'm so grateful you gave me the money in the first place. That's an amazing thing of you to do, but... You know, things are irritating. I should probably look for a village. I mean, I'm on peaceful, so it's probably not that big of a deal. But better safe than sorry. Bad things happen when you underestimate people. Well, underestimate game in this case, but either way. And I see nothing close by. Well, new blood for me. But, yes. So yeah, that's one of the things irritating me. Just, financial problems. That said, I do still have enough that I could probably, plausibly be able to actually put money back into the streams. But I'm having a bit of option paralysis. Because the obvious thing would be I should probably get some new art done. Because obviously I am hardly what you would call set as far as getting anything done goes. I could probably use some more promo art, but I do not really have that many options for that at the moment. I've gotten some fan art and I'm really grateful for it, but you could always use more, you know? Let's see, where am I going to get set up? I'm thinking the cave down here. That just seems to be the smart way to do it. As a matter of fact, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Just dig in here, why not? So, yeah, quite a bit of setup, but I do not want to do things the scrubby way. If I'm going to burn shit, I'm going to burn shit correctly. And I just realized I probably don't have enough to craft a bed. I should probably fix that. I believe I saw some sheep nearby. Yes, like a pyromaniac. However, like smart pyromaniacs, I don't really want to go to prison for, well, actually, no, that's not the risk I'm at. It's a video game. I'm not burning anything that actually means anything to anyone. If I went to a village, that would not be the case. There's other sheep. Sorry, little buddy. Okay, I need 2 pieces of wool of the same color. This game's been around since 2011, and I don't think the rules have changed since then. At least as far as beds go. Fuck. Then again, I'm making a wild assumption by thinking that wildlife even spawned on Peaceful. But either way. Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna turn back. I don't want to lose, rather not lose the crafting tables that I made. So, yes. Yeah, I probably should think about getting some new artwork done. Because there are quite a number of amazing artists, not just in my scene, but just in the wider scene in general. As a matter of fact, I was actually thinking of looking into, I think some of you are going to start sweating when I bring this side up at all, but I was actually thinking of starting, strongly considering getting some skebs done. Because obviously there are some real high-level artists that I would otherwise not be able to, hire on that website. Okay, I'm not seeing any wildlife. Convenient. That said, I should probably still look for some coal. Oh wait, I recognize this place. It's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass looking for things. If only I had my flint and steel ready. That happens. But yes, scabs. I am thinking of getting scabs done. Because if you want promo art done, that's usually one of the easier ways to do it. Because the thing is, I am a shy little bitch. I don't, I kind of have a hard time, actually, approaching artists. Especially ones that I'm concerned might be above my level, so to speak, out of my budget. Because, of course, While there are a lot of amazing artists that undercharge, in a lot of ways, art is indeed a get what you pay for sort of affair. Granted, I have worked with plenty of great budget artists already, but if I'm going to promote myself, I should probably bring it to the next level, you know? But I'll have to see. It's just something I'll have to consider. Let's see, where... There's gotta be some sort of... Oh wait, that's right. I can use anything as a fire source. I am a fool. I don't need coal. Yes, don't mind me, Minecraft scrub. See, I'm the sort of person who, on any server I get on, I become a resource leech. Just because I play this game more for the social aspect than anything. Which is why I almost never play it single player. Simply because, these sorts of games I don't really play more as an excuse to just hang out with my friends. Just stick around, backdrop for a conversation. Like, I remember there was this one really nice time where, my friends and I actually, we actually have a mansion that we overtook. Like one of those Darkwood mansions that are full of monsters. That's one of our rituals. If we start a new server, we tend to, look for the first Darkwood mansion and just overtake it and make it our own. Live there. Let's see, we'll put this here. Use that. There we go. It's burning. Yes, that's a fair point, Kostam, but yeah, like I said, I'm kind of silly. It took me far too long to realize that I could just use wood to make fires in a furnace. So yeah, that'll solve my lack of lighting issue. For as long as this flint keeps going. Alright, so, first order of business, obviously, flint and steel. As is the point of this particular stream. Let's get it. And we'll make shears too, why not? Because I do not particularly want to do things in the dark. It's a pain in the fucking ass. Of course, to do that, I have to find a sheep. But, yeah. See, the funny thing is, I'm actually never particularly entertained by Minecraft streams. Back when I watched VTubers more, especially the more mainstream ones. Sure, every now and again you get some pretty classic moments, but for the most part, it's usually just an excuse to do a talk stream. Which is a fair way to do it. That's more or less what I'm doing right now. Because we haven't gotten to the main point of the stream quite yet. We'll get to it, though. But, yeah. I never found these kinds of streams particularly entertaining. I've always wondered how they can make that work, besides the obvious. Oh, just make it a Zatsu. Just talk about shit. But the problem is, I'm usually not the best at upholding conversations, especially not when talking to myself. Like, I could just randomly talk about philosophy or fucking band I like, but I'm also sort of self-conscious about. Pardon me a moment. That probably picked up on the mic again. I'm glad Dai wasn't here. Neko, pleasure to see you. Welcome to the stream where I cannot burn things yet. And John, of course, Electro. Pleasure to see you as well. I'm trying to make a bed so I don't have to fucking burn things in the dark. Fuck that. This'll light things up. Light my way. You're my first victim for the night. So, yes. That is some satisfying shit. Just wait till I actually manage to burn an entire forest, Wait till I manage to burn an entire forest down. That's when the real fun will begin. And Duck, pleasure to see you as well. I mean, you're already in here. I saw you resub, but I still appreciate you. Yeah, I got one more steel. I can probably sustain this. I think I can afford to burn one more thing. And you're the closest thing, so you will burn. Yeah, that swamp ash is probably not going to burn all that quickly. So yeah, fireside chat with Cliff McConnor. Who asked for this? Nobody. But you're getting it anyways. So, yeah. I guess it's another sort of a thing I'm self-conscious about. I've really never been the best at promoting myself. Just because I'm never sure where the line is between smartly promoting yourself and being an obnoxious shill. Which is a lot of the reason I've never really been able. Like, people say I don't advertise myself, but here's the thing, I don't know how. There's probably multiple methods I could do that, but I'm not aware of any of them. Because I'm a fucking scrub. Sunrise. Wonderful. But, yes. Another cave. Glad I looked before I left. That would have been awkward. Falling and dying. It must take a real kind of scrub to die on peaceful settings, don't you think? But, yeah. Oh! Raid! Dr. Executioner, welcome to the stream. Pleasure to see you all. I'd light this up for you. We're getting lit. We are smoking this forest. Make it burn. Yes, hello. Pleasure to see you in the stream, finally. I don't believe I have the pleasure of coming to your stream yet, but I will try to rectify that as soon as I can. Yes, indeed, this is the Minecraft burning I was talking about. You're actually just watching it get started. Because my dumbass decided to do this on survival, which meant I did not have the proper resources to actually start laying waste right away. Because I am a silly fucking Billy. But these things happen. There's the coal. Give me that. Beautiful. Nice, nice, nice. And, yeah, I suppose there is a certain satisfaction to it, but... Again, if the point of this was to just talk while things burned, then I already sort of failed at that. It's probably not that big of a deal, though. But, yes. Actually, I like this area better. It's only for the better that I had to scoot away. There's nothing in the fact that there are way more sheep over there. Well, there's my new wool. Once I find a nice little cubby hole to settle in, that will be my base of operations. Fuck you. Don't hit my goat, you son of a bitch. Get back here. Now you're wrong. Now you're feeling a little less aggressive. Yeah. Fuck you. Get lost. Don't you trim my goats that way. Don't you trim my sheep that way. Where was I? Oh yes, I should probably make a bed. I like this little clearing. Oh, am I invading your home? Well, too bad, it's my home now. Alright. We'll level the place a bit. Level it out, I mean. I'll just build it right into here. Nice, safe and convenient. And we'll just place a little dirt here. Why not? To fill it back up. Yeah, level it out a little more. Don't need that much elevation. I'm not so upper class that I will insist on living in the mountains. I've never lived in the mountains. I always prefer lower latitudes. That said, I probably could move to the mountains if I wanted to. Highgate does have a rather beautiful mountain range. But that's just not my scene. That's not where I like to live. Alright. I should probably make a table. There we go. Sacrifices for the greater good. We'll make some more planks, just in case. Just to ensure that I have a nice place to stay. Perfect. That should be enough for just a humble little abode. Especially considering this is peaceful, I don't have to worry about creepers or any of that shit. Just a nice, peaceful, cozy little arson session. Gotta love it. Truly, I'm about to live the life in this particular survival server. Unpeaceful. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, there's no shame in it whatsoever. Make my bed before I forget. Perfect window. Make that there. We rest here. Make a door. Place it there. Not quite the humble abode, but it'll do. So, now it's time. That looks like a nice little patch to burn. Time to blaze it. The only way I know how. So yeah, that's a little fun fact about me. I actually do not partake in the devil's lettuce. Not because I don't want to, but because just, it's a bit inconvenient for my particular life situation. To say nothing of the fact that I've actually tried it once already, and the results were not pretty. The people who attempted let's see, I think the best way to explain this is my first proper hemp product was actually from people who did not know anything about marijuana. Marijuana culture, marijuana science, none of that. They did not understand a word of it. They simply knew a guy who ran a dispensary, was willing to slip some merchandise under the table at a massive discount. He tried to explain to them the sorts of dosages, the particular what a new smoker should try, how to consume it safely for the first time, and the explanation made them go completely cross-eyed. They just did not understand, completely glazed over their eyes, weren't listening. So, what ended up happening was, they gave me shit that was too strong for me. So, usually for beginner marijuana enthusiasts, the recommended dose is 5 milligrams per piece. Do you want to know how much, what the dosage was on the thing they gave me? 25 milligrams a piece. So, naturally, my body did not take kindly to it. And I had a panic attack. Not a pleasant experience whatsoever. That said, very pleasure to see you. That was not a good experience, however, funnily enough, it actually hasn't turned me completely off of it. Yeah, Twilight Zone. Not exactly. It was more like the oh shit, oh fuck, what's happening? Am I gonna overdose zone? Which thankfully, marijuana is not quite that dangerous. You overdose, the worst that's gonna happen is that you panic a bit. You just remind yourself, okay, I'm just having a bit of an attack. Everything will be fine. Just relax. Which, granted, was not, took some doing to do. Was much easier said than done. But, yeah. As a matter of fact, a much more famous VTuber actually had a similar experience to me, and that turned her off of marijuana completely. Not so with me. I actually do want to eventually try it again. Because when I wasn't having a panic attack, I was actually having a very pleasant time. It was actually a very nice feeling being high. I can see why a lot of people use it to cope. It's a very nice feeling. And it's certainly a hell of a lot more safer long-term than the alcohol I usually prefer. So, yeah. It was a bit of a failed experiment, but one that I want to have again, if that makes sense. Alright, so I need some more gravel. There should be a body of water nearby, someplace. But first I need to make some more. I should probably make some sturdier tools before I do that. Alright, so I need to make some planks, sticks. That should be enough. Okay, stone pickaxe I already have. We'll make a stone axe, why not? And we'll make a stone shovel too. Yes, if Pyromania was strictly the point of the stream, I probably could have just done creative, but I felt I needed a little more fulfillment than that. Yeah, sword too, why not? Completely deck ourselves out. And get rid of this wooden shitola while I'm at it. Of no use to me whatsoever. No use to anybody. Almost sunset. We'll make a furnace, then we'll call it a day. So yeah, by survival standards, this is kind of a shitty abode, but that is not my concern. Alright. I'll go to bed because I don't feel like fumbling around in the dark. But yes, bottom line, I do eventually want to do it again. That was nice while it lasted. The high, before the panic attack. It was honestly pretty fun. Okay, this is dumb. Okay, let's make stairs so I don't have to do that again. And I'm running low on flint and steel, so I need to find some more gravel to dig up. So, yeah. Lighting things on fire. Because I'm not under complete emotional duress, but would be, I still needed somewhat of an outlet. You dig? Well, it's a good thing this is peaceful. Fall damage is rather reduced. Fine by me. Motherfucker, that's clay. Probably on the wrong biome for this, now that I think about it. Guess I'll have to double back. But yes, so yeah, the PayPal thing was irritating me like I mentioned earlier, but besides one other thing, there's actually not that much bothering me at the moment. And that one other thing is something I'm actually sort of reluctant to bring up, at least in a public form. Yeah. Yeah, I can probably find a roundabout way to talk about it if you'll give me a moment to think. I guess the easiest way to put it is I'm sort of wondering about my reputation in general. Because sure, I have a good fan base. I'm getting decent numbers for a beginner streamer. But I still feel like there's at least a couple of things I'm doing wrong. And I have ideas about what those are, but I'm still not 100% sure what actually needs to be altered and what's more in my head. Because that's always the worst, when somebody decides to reinvent themselves, but they also completely kill their charm point while they're at it. Throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Never a very pleasant experience, right? Although I said it like I know what my appeal is, and I'm actually not sure what it is. At least widely. Because that's sort of the problem. If you have a big enough following, then people... You have enough of a sort of a way to find feedback. Like, it sort of evens out. Like, if you're big enough, then you can generally actually look at trends, like look at the data. Whereas when you're... I feel like the problem I have with having a small viewer base is that the sample size isn't there. Because what appeals to one of my viewers probably irritates the shit out of another, but they're too polite to say it. But if I alter myself to please that other viewer, then the other viewer will get irritated and will may or may not stop watching me. And there goes, like, probably fucking 10 to 15% of my viewer base right there. That's a bit of a frightening possibility for me, as I'm sure is reasonable. Which, considering I have, like, I don't want to say I'm stagnating, because, again, I haven't been doing this for long enough. There's really no real way to get a proper sample size. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But... let's see, what I'm doing wrong... Well, I mean, there's one thing I'm wondering about. I don't consider it doing something wrong. Some people don't consider it doing it wrong, but there seems to be at least a small contingent of my viewer base who have questions about it, doubts about it. But again, this is not something that I'm sure... I guess the most tactful way to put it is it's less about me, more about somebody else. And there are concerns. I mean, I don't think this applies to me. Other people have said so. But people seem to think that I don't have my own identity. Or at least, there is one aspect of me that overshadows everything else. But I'm not quite sure that I want to get rid of it, so to speak. So I'm in a bit of a precarious position. Yeah, well, I'm glad you think so, Ray. That's actually pretty much exactly what I'm going for. Well, going for. Yeah, I guess showing the real me. That's what most entertainers who aren't completely fake are going for, isn't it? Like, I am my own person, and I'm really not the sort of person who can really put on an affectation for hours at a time. Like, I can really change my speech patterns, do a different voice, none of that shit. And certain people don't like that, it seems. Like, I've been accused of sounding bored and angry on stream. Which is kind of a problem, considering this is just my natural voice. Like, this is just naturally how I speak. And if that sounds angry to you, then I don't really know what you want me to do about that. Like, this is my normal-ass tone of voice. Like, sure, I don't think I'm as good at streaming as making music, but I like streaming. And obviously, I cannot get better at it without at least a decent amount of practice. So that's kind of a catch-22. People call me a bad streamer. How am I supposed to fix that without streaming? It's this whole thing, but again, I have a feeling that'll fix itself over time, so I'm not terribly concerned. People can think what they want about me, but the fact of the matter is, yeah, playing on my strengths. I mean, on one hand, that's correct. On the other, finally, another flint. Back to home base. But yes, so the thing is, I'm still sort of fumbling around a bit. I'm actually not quite sure what my strengths are. Because, obviously, songwriting is a very big strength of mine, but... Come to think of it, that one stream I did last week, the Guitar Gadget stream actually did significantly more successful than I was expecting. I believe I disclosed back when I did that stream that the whole reason I stopped doing them in the first place was because those were getting next to nothing for views. So apparently, that was what I had to do to make them popular again. Just create scarcity, create a demand, make people miss them, and then just do it again months later. That said, I'd rather not do that, because I actually miss doing those. I liked doing them. Like, the whole reason I played nothing but games the entire time I was Twitch before my debut was because I thought that's what I had to do on this platform. I thought that video games were all this viewer base wanted. Well, not viewer base as in my particular viewer base, but just, not exactly, Felty. I don't believe I've had the pleasure of watching her, so, I don't particularly have a, good frame of reference for that. You'll have to enlighten me a bit more on her. Come to think of it, I actually haven't watched her daughter in quite some time either, Megbird. That's the trouble of having such a vast scene. People get lost in the shuffle. Not because you don't like them, but because there's just not enough fucking time in the day. Art rather than chat engagement, I see. Well, that makes sense. Because, see, it's funny you bring up art streams, because I actually do like attending those every now and again, but, ability and personality when it shows. Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a very fair point. Because, so the thing is, that was another reason I sort of, put music stream on the back burner, was because, I was sort of afraid those were getting a little dry. Wasn't really, getting the proper opportunity to show what I'm about, so to speak. Which, granted, I believe that was still a bit of a problem with the Guitar Gadget stream, but at the same time, like, I had fun doing it. Like, I like making music. Like, even doing it in front of an audience, I was perfectly fine doing that. I don't know, just a lot to think about. You gotta do some, big brain, a lot of thinking in this particular little hobby of mine. I almost call it a career, but technically it isn't. Not by a long shot. Oh, shit. Well, it's a good thing I got gravel. But, yes, like, I made a bit of change doing this gig so far, which I'm really grateful for, but certainly not exactly not a livable wage by any sense. But again, that's not why I do this. I am not too concerned with the money. Although that might be about to change. Let me rephrase that. You don't have to worry about me doing Rage Satellite and streams or any of that shit. Not that I begrudge anybody who wants to, but that's kind of a last resort for me. Because the thing is, like, I believe I mentioned my job at the Teachers Association quite a few times back at the very beginning of my streaming career. The problem with that is that this is a bit embarrassing to admit, but I've actually been on sabbatical from that for quite some months. Like, obviously, the semester ended, they just put me home. Like, I had somebody to work with, but... So it wasn't that big of a deal that I didn't have a teaching gig lined up. However, it is getting suspiciously late in the year for them to not have more work lined up for me. So, like, I'm still not exactly bleeding for money, but I am starting to get a bit concerned. Like, I can keep the lights on and whatnot. Then again, it's not really that much of an issue in the first place. I'm royal. Like, I could just, like, crash on the council if it came to that. Wouldn't be the proudest thing to do, but it is an option, of course. That said, I'd rather they just either tell me if I'm fucking hired or not still. Like, just don't dick me around with it. And funny you mentioned that, Bray. I actually do want to take commissions, but I mentioned already before you showed up, there's some PayPal fuckery afoot. I had to create an Earth bank account to fucking accept money that way, but the problem is that for some reason PayPal is not allowing me to link that account to my PayPal. Which means I cannot wire that money directly into my bank. It's just sitting in the PayPal account. Technically ready to use, but potentially... Hold on a second. There's a potential... Like, I actually had a donation returned to me the other day. Which made me kind of nervous. That said, it wasn't the biggest deal in the world because, from what I gather, that one got returned because it was not in USD, which meant I had to manually approve it, and apparently I never did. So, not the biggest deal, but still not, I would still rather still have that in my pocket, so to speak. Not fun whatsoever. So yeah, I'd rather just not have the risk at all and just put the money in the damn bank account, but... For some reason, PayPal is not allowing me to do that. And when I tried to ask them about it, they said, "Oh, it's a bug. Sorry. It's a glitch. Just keep trying." Which I did. To much the same results. Failure. So, yes, I want to accept commissions, but at best I can only accept them in USD, and at worst, there was a high chance of it disappearing out of my account after a while. Which, needless to say, makes me more than a little nervous. Because I don't want to accept money and then just have it bounce back to you. Unless, of course, that's an honest mistake, in which case, yes, obviously, you can have it back, but... oh, so it's not just me then. Okay, good to know. Because that would be rather concerning if everybody was having that mistake. Okay, if that's an easy enough workaround, then I guess it's not as big of a deal as I thought it was. It still irritates me somewhat deep down, though. Like, this is a company worth, what, billions upon billions of dollars, and they can't, like, something that basic is beyond their capabilities. I strongly doubt that. But it is what it is. As a matter of fact, yes, they really should. They really should. But, yes, I suppose this is an opportune time to say that I actually already have accepted a commission for, music from a private client. That's about as much as I can reveal without completely blowing their surprise, but there is indeed a Twitch streamer upcoming who has decided to come to me to do their background music. Which, needless to say, was an opportunity I took wholeheartedly, rather enthusiastically. Because of course I would, why wouldn't I? So I gotta find the way back up. So, yes, I won't tell you for who, but rest assured, you will be hearing my music on some enterprising streamer's stream, hopefully very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Very exciting. And, absolutely in the future, if people have enough faith in me to ask me to make music for them, then 100% I will accept the offer. Well, I'm glad to think so already. Because, see, that would be a really nice goal. Like, I believe I mentioned before that one of my big goals, I believe that's the biggest way that I can sort of make a name for myself in this scene in particular, being the music guy. Like, I do, want to make music for people. That's generally, like, even before I cross over into this world, that was what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to, well, I guess it was a secondary goal after the bounty hunting thing. But I've already been over that, so I don't think I need to repeat that, but I suppose, being a musician by trade would be a decent alternative to that. I do indeed, believe it would be a, one of my better choices for an alternate career path. Certainly a lot less dangerous than selling weed. So, yes, eventually I will, sell my music a bit more at some point. Because that is indeed what I want to do. Like, who doesn't want to get paid to do something they enjoy doing? That's the fucking American dream right there, isn't it? Yeah, of all places. Yeah, that's something people have told me, quite a number of times, that apparently I'm, people have called me dry, that I'm funny without meaning to be. Which I suppose I chose the perfect gig for that, if that's the case. If I can make people laugh with no effort whatsoever, then it's a bonus, right? That's not the point of doing this shit, right? To make people laugh? That said, I do still think I'm a stronger musician than a comedian. So there's another fun fact about me. I actually, at one point, had ambitions of being a stand-up comic. But, I don't know, the stand-up scene's gotten kind of weird lately. I figured that was probably not the route I wanted to go. Where the fuck is my house? But, yeah. I mean, the other reason being that fucking George Carlin already made all the jokes I want to make, so in a sense, it's sort of pointless for me to get into that. Which, granted, if people just default to the masters and believe that they can't be topped, that's sort of how any industry stagnates and dies, but it takes somebody with balls to do it anyways, and I simply don't like comedy enough to have that sort of ambition, if that makes sense. One moment, please. But yes, man, I miss Carlin. He was the best. But yeah, to send nothing of the fact that I'm really not an innovator, so to speak, naturally. Like, sure, I do like to experiment every now and again, but I do tend to follow formulas. That does tend to be, I'm more of an if it ain't broke, don't fix it sort of guy. Which, again, granted, is an easy way for things to get stagnant, but at the same time, it still takes all sorts, right? Alright, I should probably fix up the south while I wait for that. There's something else to do, why not? But, yeah. Musical collabs, yes, that actually would be a brilliant thing to do. As a matter of fact, I would say that's another one of my main ambitions. I actually want to work for other V musicians, like, especially V singers. Like, you've heard of my singings, like, I don't think I can carry a cover by myself, but there are plenty of other singers out there who I would love to sing with. Again, if they have enough faith in me to do so. Like, especially, okay, so here's a funny long-term idea I have. I don't know if anybody in this, I don't know if anybody in the chat at the moment is familiar with the band Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Yes, that band. You may know them, they did 2 different anime openings, both of which I want to cover at some point. Just Awake and Let Me Hear. However, the thing is, I'm really not too confident how I'd sound pitch corrected. I think I'd sound kind of silly. However, I do have some confidence in my harsh vocals. Because the thing is, pitch correction or not, you have to sing high as a motherfucker for those 2 songs. Yeah, of course you're more familiar with the film, who isn't? We can't stop here, this is Bat Country. But, no, the band. If you've watched Hunter x Hunter, they did the first ending for that. Or if you've seen Parasite, they did the opening for that as well. Or, okay. Hunter x Hunter ending 1 and Parasite's opening. Those are the 2 songs they did. There's my house. But, yes, so, yeah. They're a metal band. However, they belong to the genre that, for want of a more tactful way to put it, is crabcore. As in, they are metalcore, but the vocals are very heavily auto-tuned, like T-Pain style. More flint and steel. Okay, so I think the better way to describe it is remember the very early 2010s, that one gif of the dude in skinny jeans, like, standing, like, literally crab walking while playing his guitar. That's crabcore. The band in that gif is Attack Attack, by the way. That subgenre is all but dead, for arguably good reason, but Fear and Loathing didn't get the memo. That's still just their style, and they have stuck with it. To apparent great success. I mean, 2 anime openings is generally nothing to scoff at as far as being a Japanese band, I would think. Like, ending up on TV is generally a pretty good milestone for any band, right? But, yes, so, yeah, those are the 2 songs. Just Awake and Let Me Hear. Which are just good songs even disregarding the, arguably silly genre. However, again, I would rather find somebody else to be quote-unquote clean, very heavily auto-tuned vocals while I just do the screams. Because again, I'd rather just work with a singer. Although for something a little more palatable, this may not surprise anybody to hear, but I like Guilty Gear Strive's soundtrack. Yeah, big surprise, I know. However, they have one particular song that's basically a couple of songs that are, duets between a male vocalist and a female vocalist. And obviously, the nice thing about one particular song is that I can both clean sing in a comfortable register for me, and there are actually a couple of sections with harsh vocals, which would mean I could vocalize without completely embarrassing myself. So if you're curious what the song is called, it is Love the Subhuman Self. It is the theme of Milia Rage. I love that song, absolutely. Hold on. There we go. Alright. Just noticed I forgot to turn my mic up a bit on my interface. But, yes. So yeah, Love the Subhuman Self. I love that song and I want to sing it with somebody. There are a number of amazing female vocalists in the scene. I don't think I need kind of preach on the choir there. That said, I do have a slight case of imposter syndrome where most of the female vocalists that I really would like to work with, I'm probably not exactly worthy of. But nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? As a matter of fact, I think I might actually, after the stream on Twitter, like, start asking around. Because I really just want to cover Guilty Gear music, in general. And people are generally more receptive to vocal covers of that sort of thing. Like, I suppose I'll just admit this because there's no way she'll ever watch it, but, I actually have sort of a dream partner, for that particular song. I know she's, sort of against, like, doing just straight-up covers, like... She mentioned in a recent stream that she's self-conscious about her singing still and doesn't really want to do, like, flat-out covers or be part of the try to sing sort of things, but if she said yes, if she was up for it, I think Nina Saltame would be the person I'd ask if I could ask absolutely anyone to sing that song with me. She just seems like the sort of person who could just absolutely nail that song. From my purview, anyways. But again, she is, first of all, rather shy. Second of all, sort of above my... It'd be sort of punching above my weight class to really talk to her at all, in a sense. Which is probably not what she wants to hear, but as we all know, I do have sort of an in. But I don't want to be too aggressive about it. Yeah, exactly. Only karaoke streams. She does not do, like, actual music videos. She mentioned that she does not want to at this point, which is understandable. But again, that's only my dream sort of a partner. I'd be more than happy to find somebody else to sing it. That said, I would have to look around. I would have to, I mean, it would be nice, but again, I don't know who to ask for that. Because on top of me being shy, just about every singer worth their salt in this niche is also incredibly fucking shy. Nothing worth. Yeah, I'm in an extra bad mood. Yeah, fuck it, I'm in this deep. I'm already committing shitloads of arson, might as well add murder to the list. Oh, Shirara, fuck yeah. She has an amazing voice, but again, she's even more fucking out of my league than Nina is. God, I love her, and I'm still really sad that I missed her debut stream, but again, she overlapped Neko. Like, that was the worst timing in the world for anybody to stream anything who would want me to watch it. It's a big scene, it can't be helped, but yeah. That said, I did listen to her cover of Weight of the World, and surprise, surprise, it was absolutely gorgeous. It was wonderful. Worth listening to. I want to listen to it again right now, but I'm in the middle of something. So, yeah, I suppose she's another, Although, funny coincidence, she actually said on Twitter that, she had a Twitter milestone today where, she said, if one particular post got 100 likes, she would ask Hiroshi for a collab. Which it did, so she did, and so, as a matter of fact, apparently it was a success. She will be collabing with Hiroshi, whoever that is. But again, this is her Oshi, so there is a very high chance that it's somebody who is more famous than her. Like, the woman gets hundreds of views per stream, has almost 8,000 Twitter followers. Like, she's got numbers. Lots and lots of numbers. Numbers that I cannot match on a good day. Which, granted, numbers aren't everything, but at the same time, like, they're still, like, I need to have something in it for her, you know? Like, I don't want to be that guy. Like, I mean, I suppose it could be worse, because how many, like, pre-debuts or debut TBAs are out there where they literally have no content and pretty much only have their avatar, but still, like, ask halls for fucking collabs. It's some insane shit. So yeah, I'm above that level, but at the same time, I'm still just naturally sort of self-conscious, being the, small fish in a big pond that I am. Then again, there's also, whenever Ariel debuts, she'd also be pretty obvious music partner. But again, she is pre-debut. She does not know when she's debuting. So, if I asked her, she'd probably say no for the opposite reason. She's just getting started. Does not have the confidence. So, yeah, I might have to, be random, like, I might have to just put out a random want ad, like, just put in the V-Singer or V-Musician hashtag or whatever. Hey, are there any singers who want to do this song with me? And just link to the song. And just see who fucking responds. Just throw shit to the wall and see what sticks. There's probably dumber ways to make connections, right? You know, silly mindsets call for silly measures, you know? And yeah, you are correct. This community is a lot more receptive than people think. I mean, people accepted me into here. Some of them don't, but fuck them. I'm still largely accepted. People still largely want me around. Nobody's clamoring for my graduation, so I guess, small victories there. But, yeah, that's the best way to sum it up. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Just, you only live once, just fucking do it and see what happens. So yeah, I guess that's my next goal after I finish the stream. But of course I have to return to my current goal of actually finding my fucking house so I can go to bed and not have to navigate in the dark. Okay, those are definitely my farm animals. I've gotta be close. Should probably put down some torches. That would have been smart. So, yes. Music. That said, even if I have to go it alone, I actually really want to cover the Roar of the Spark. Like, really, really want to cover the Roar of the Spark. I fucking love that song. It has not left my head since the first time I heard it, right when the game came out. It is an amazing fucking song. There's a reason I've sung it twice on stream. But I want to do a proper, like, Studio Magic sort of cover, if that makes sense. Like, actually sit down, try to record it somewhat professionally. Multiple takes, just the whole fucking nine. Like, make it sound good and shit. Which would probably require pitch correction out of me, because I'm need a lot of assistance, especially at the higher registers. Although I will admit, that actually kind of goes against all my instincts as a fucking music producer. Oh, my house was right there the entire fucking time. I'm an idiot. Oh, well. Yeah, come to think of it, I have a shitload of flint and steel. I can probably just, This isn't particularly a, hardcore gamer sort of thing. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll just wander in one direction and see, where I can go. Yeah. Here's my priorities. Full inventory for flint and steel. Burning anything that comes my way. Fun, fun, fun. Arson. The thinking man's hobby. Yeah, now that you mention it, maybe someone could sing it, but... Again, that would require me to actually grow up here and actually try to strike up a conversation with her, much less tell her, hey, I want to do a song with you, are you willing? I'm fucking a nervous little bitch about that. Not even gonna front. Nice forest back there. Fuck it. Well, Scorched Earth method, that implies that there's any method to any of this. The entire point of the stream was simply to light things on fire randomly. For fun. Oh yeah, I forgot, she's doing Arkham missions too. Yeah, that reminds me, I actually do, want another chibi to work with, actually. Maybe I should talk to her about that. Because Lou's was good, but not exactly the style I was after, so, I mean, her full body was great. I mean, his full body was great, so, yeah. Oh, shit. Funny you mentioned talking to Dumpling privately. I just remembered I actually have already DM'd her once. However, it was pretty much complete small talk. Like, sometimes when I get really, really drunk and I'm in a mood, like, that's pretty much what I do. I just, like, DM people in the scene saying, hey, I think you're awesome and amazing and just fucking cool, and I feel like encouraging you. So sorry for the drunk DM. Not the most professional thing in the world, but yeah. I'm sort of an idiot, if that hasn't been made obvious to you over the time you've known me. That said, it's proven to be a more effective icebreaker than you would think. Like, maybe she appreciated it, but on the other hand, she did leave me on red as soon as I admitted that it took liquid courage for me to DM her. I don't tend to know how people feel about that. Then again, I did the exact same thing, like, just last week to a certain other member of our scene, and she was incredibly receptive to it. So, there's that. I guess it depends from person to person. But yeah, I'm really not the best icebreaker at all, by any stretch. Like, on one hand, like, maybe there are people out there who are, who want a certain person to communicate with them, but both parties are too shy. So the one who breaks the ice is basically the one who starts a beautiful relationship. But on the other hand, I can also see it being potentially, like, sort of offensive. Like, what? Like, it really took you getting drunk to talk to me? Like, really? Yeah, it's a fucking hard thing to think about. It's just, is what it is, you know? There's just no right and wrong answers to fucking social interaction. Which is something I've kind of struggled with, if I'm being honest. Yeah. I mean, that said, I am surprisingly good. Like, see, the thing is, like, I spent like half of 2020 drunk, so if I need to cover up that I'm drunk, I'm actually pretty good at it. Like, I pretty much type the same sober as I do drunk, so you would probably never know that I drunk DM'd you unless I explicitly told you for some reason or another. Which in my case is usually just in the interest of full disclosure. Like, shit. There we go. Alright. Yeah. It's just, like, again, this is just me being self-conscious, overthinking shit. Just, I'd rather they know, like, if I say something dumb, then I'd like to have that to fall back on, so to speak. Like, it's not called it an excuse, but, yeah, that's a fair mindset to, go with as well. It's, again, there's no right answers with this sort of thing. Just all improvisation. Just, gotta do it and see what happens. Yeah. Which reminds me, I honestly feel like that I should, really get involved in more collabs, now that I think about it. It's okay, you're awake finally. Pleasure to see you. I'm busy burning shit. So I suppose this is a good time to mention that, the first time I got the urge to burn things in Minecraft, it was on a server Suki and I were on. And she basically had to talk me out of doing it right then and there. Because we had too many valuable resources around, well, just in general, like, we were very early game, so wood and sticks and shit were still very valuable. So, doing what I'm doing right now would have been an incredibly ill-advised idea. Which is why I'm playing in a single-player, peaceful survival game. Well, doesn't that figure, Suke? Rules for thee, but not for me, huh? I see how it is. I'm just fucking with you. But, yes. But yeah, back on the subject of me being a shy little bitch, I do, still want to ask people for collabs more. Because obviously, Congo's reached out to me. Congo already reached out to me for his one collab. Because the thing is, like, I feel like I could probably bounce off somebody else pretty well. Although that said, there is one exception to that. My very brief time calling into a Velix endurance stream. Although I do have the excuse that I really didn't have much to speak about, because when I entered that stream, they were discussing real crime, horror stories, that sort of thing, and I just don't have any stories. Well, I don't think, I really don't think Hololive wants any independent talent anywhere near their, roster anymore. I think that ship's kind of sailed. As a matter of fact, I think even Ninja Son is still out of my league. Does that nothing of the fact that there's really not that many metal-themed VTubers that I could be around at all, in general? It's tough having your own theme. Just not having that many people who, I mean, I don't think I care much for genres, but come to think of it, I think Melody, I actually do sort of admire Melody as a entertainer and a person. Yes, genres did collab with Kiara. I didn't watch it, but I saw the hype for it. And the anti-hype. So I don't know how it went. Could really have gone either way, but I didn't watch it. I'm really not interested in, I don't know, corporate content's not my thing anymore. I'm fine just sticking with my own little indie hovel. I'm fine here. The people here are nice. Which is why I should probably start asking around for fucking collabs, but again, I am a shy little fucking wiener, and I don't know who to ask. Well, I know who to ask, but not what to do. Like, so sorry to play coy, but there actually is one VTuber in our scene who has a reputation for being rather shy, but if you do get closer, she is really friendly. And I have been, we've actually been DMing a lot since I began, actually. And she's been really a good sort of guide for me. So if anybody, I would like to collab with her, but I don't really want to talk about it publicly, because said woman is extremely shy and really is the sort of person who doesn't even, like, chat in streams because she's so shy. Poor girl. Like, I get it on one hand, but on the other, it's okay. Shut face. But yeah, it's hard to parse. Like, I really do. Like, she's one of my obvious collab partners, so to speak, but at the same time, like, it'd take some doing. Like, I'd have to find something that would actually fit the both of us, really. S, still out of my league. Oh shit, another portal. Well, it's kind of a pity I'm not doing a hardcore run, huh? Well, back to burning. But, yes, let's see, I mean, if we're talking strictly fighting games, then, I also have a few other obvious sorts of, partners, fair point, fair point, right? But, yeah. Come to think of it, in terms of fighting game VTubers, because, I would like to think, that's one of my specialties as a, streamer. I am basically VFGC at this point. As a matter of fact, two of my potential partners I've technically already collabed with, if you really stretch the definition of collab. Like, if you know Princess Hinin, Shimada Tiger, they both played a lot of Strive, and I've played Strive on them with them on stream in lobbies. So, wow, you're really trying to sell me on S. Yeah, I'll certainly think about it. I mean, that probably is, because the other thing is, like, I'm sort of concerned about being carried. Like, very obviously carried. Because, like, it's one thing for me to be a shy little bitch, but it's another thing for me to be, like, I'm just worried about stinking up any collabs, is all. But, yeah. I suppose if we're doing dream collabs, Hinin and, Shimada would be two pretty obvious, avenues. Or just really anybody in the VFGC that I can actually, you know, play fighting games with. Because Lord knows a collab is pretty much the only way I'm ever gonna get to play Dive Kick again. That shit was fucking fun. Yeah, she probably would be, but I don't know what her schedule's like, and like, the other thing is, I'm not sure if she's really a collab sort of person in general. Di I've already collabed with, we had a talk stream together. However, the motherfucker never uploads VODs to his YouTube, so that might be lost in the ether. You better have locally recorded that, because if we lost that, it's gonna irritate me. But yes, Di I've already collabed with. As for anything, Pure Zatsu, I'm really not sure how I'd do with him for anything besides Pure Zatsu, because our tasting games are pretty divergent. Oh shit, Leon and Alice, I actually completely forgot about them. I feel real bad about that. Those two are fantastic. I'd actually, that would be a smart idea. Yeah. See, Leon and I have actually already talked in a sense, so, yeah. Real nice dude. Yeah, now that you mention that actually would be a nice, collab idea. Assuming we can pick out a game, because that's the other, sort of, that's the other reason I've been so, put collab thing on the back burner, so to speak. Just, I'm just really not sure what sorts of, like, again, I have a pretty limited range of games. So this isn't anybody specifically, but I actually bought, fun fact. Wow. What an open-minded couple. Gotta love that. I could probably phrase that better, but fuck it. Anyways, I don't have anybody in mind, specifically in mind, to play this with, but I actually bought 100% orange juice a little while ago. Just because people told me that it was a great collab game. And I actually would like an excuse to break that out, actually. I would like to play that at some point. Again, it's just a question of who. Like, obviously, a bunch of people have played that game on stream in the scene, but, can't hurt. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much Mario Party with cards, if I read the descriptions correctly, so, would be nice, those Capcom D&D beat-em-ups, Dungeons & Dragons beat-em-ups, I still really want to play those, and I'd really rather not play those alone. I remember asking on Twitter just openly if anybody was interested, and didn't get any takers. I wonder if I should ask Crimbo about that one. He's clearly a very big beat-em-up fan, so, and he seems approachable enough. Couldn't hurt to ask, you know? And, while I'm spitballing dream collabs, I remember Nyaru. She mentioned something about wanting to teach me to play Toho. Like, half-jokingly. And, yeah, I saw that Twitter post. That's half the reason I brought him up. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess that's one of my more obvious, YOLO points. Just ask him. But, back what I was talking about right now, Nyaru. Nyaru. I fucking love Nyaru. If, two certain other VTubers didn't exist, she would probably be my OC. And as a matter of fact, since she's the only idol I follow at this point, I guess since she is my OC. But, whatever the case, I really want to collab with her at some point. Because I remember she did half-jokingly offer to teach me to play Toho. But even if I couldn't spring that, I just want to do something with her. Like, again, she's also a singer, so to speak. Maybe she'd be a good choice to do a music collab with. Possibly. Maybe. And she doesn't have the Nina thing where she's afraid to do cover songs. She's already done a couple covers, like... And sure, she's technically part of a company, but... Fucking, no, I'm not wearing any dresses. I am assisting other idols to wear the dress. We've been over this already. I'm not the dress, I'm the dressmaker. That doesn't sound much better. Either way. I just want to make the nice backing music that they sing to. Oh shit, that gave me a brilliant idea. So there's this one song from Love Live School Idol Festival, Loveless World. I fucking love that song, and if I were to collab with idols, that would probably be the easy, fucking, that would be an easy, low-hanging fruit for, if I wanted to collab with idols. Like, I have to make that happen somehow, at some point, eventually. That song is amazing, and I want to cover it. No, I don't actually know how to sew, but... Fun fact, at one point... So, new fun fact about me. There was actually a point where I was very heavily into cosplay. Like, not doing it myself, but, like, I liked looking at girls who wore cosplay. And I remember specifically wanting to get into sewing so I could make costumes for other people. However, that dream got shattered between the expenses of sewing machines and, like, between that and the fact that there are several industries that are significantly, like, just impossible to compete with. It just didn't seem like a feasible hobby to get into. So that's why I became a musician. Or should I say, stuck with music. Because obviously I still had my ambitions. I was still doing my music grind at the same time. Just, it would have been a side hustle if anything, but it's probably for the better. As we've been over already, I'm generally not the best at visual arts. So, the odds are that probably would have sent me packing before any other crazy incidents could. But yeah, it's probably for the better. Cosplay's a thing. It's a scene. It's a scene. That's probably the most tactful way I can put it, so I'll leave it at that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So yeah, if I ever collab with idols, I want to cover Love Live's Loveless World. That song is amazing. And I want to cover it with somebody. Like a fucking pie in the sky dreaming here, but what I actually would like to do is, like, I remember there was this one cover from Nico Nico that somebody re-uploaded on YouTube of Loveless World that was great. And it was actually an intergender cover. There were both males and females covering the song. And I thought, wow, that's a brilliant idea. I want to do something like that. Although the specific formula I had in mind was, like, I want to say it was 7, and it was 4 boys to 3 girls. If I were to do that, I would probably want to do all 9, obviously, because that was what the original song was about. And I would probably make it 6 girls to 3 men. Me being one of the men, because real men were fucking pink. Plus, I'm not singing by myself, so I can just let people sort of carry me. Because that's how the big singing groups do. The weaker singers can just stay on backup. I mean, I was saying that metaphorically, but, yeah, it can be, pink has its applications. That said, I don't think I would wear it myself. As a matter of fact, I don't. It's just not my thing. I will never hold it against you if you wear it, though. Especially if you're a man. That takes balls. Then again, I am basically a fighting game character. I would pretty much inevitably have a pink alternate color in any given fighting game, so... There's that. Yeah, that'd be a funny project to do one day, just palette swapping myself. Because my fucking color scheme has got me compared to Axl Lowe so many times it's not even funny. Not that it ever was in my purview anyways. I'm not an Axl Lowe ripoff, I'm a Soul Bad Guy ripoff, get it right. And even then, that's all technicality, because we didn't have, fucking... Well, actually, no, I can't even make that excuse anymore. So, most of this outfit is high-gain standard issue, but the belts. The belts are definitely a Guilty Gear influence. Not even gonna front on that anymore. But yeah, the front cross flap, that's actually standard issue. Everybody wears that. Even the women. We do have women in our regiment. There are female bounty hunters in the kingdom. Theoretically. We've already been over that story. Sort of. There was even another project I need to get. No, I've actually yeah, don't tell Carmine I told you this, but I've never played Kingdom Hearts. Not once. Not a single game. And that's a bit of an investment to get into. So plus Disney's not my thing. Disney is not my thing. So even if the gameplay hooked me, I would probably not care about the story remotely. Because I am just not a Disney sort of guy in general. Unless Jonathan Young's singing it. But he's probably sang all those songs already, so he's probably moved on to other things at this point. Yes. Disney hate. Stop buying every company I care about, you bastards. Fucking One More Learner Entertainment. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Let's see, there was something else about collabs I was thinking of, what was I thinking of? Fucking, Crimbo, Nyaru, fucking, I mean, okay, so before I get into this possibility, fucking, I sort of made a challenge to myself. Go an entire stream without mentioning Neckarine. And I'm about to fail that miserably because I want to collab with her too. Yes, that's right. I'm probably surprising absolutely nobody by saying that, but it's true. I do want to collab with her. Again, I'm not sure what we would do together, but something. I mean, usually when you have a... Yeah, but see, there's practical reasons for it too, because usually, like, another one of my big worries about collabing with people is the fact that I'm self-conscious about, like, compatibility. Because obviously, like, if two people collab and they're obviously just don't get along all that well... Yes, she does karaoke, and you're actually not the first person to suggest that I do music with her. And actually, she does seem like she'd be open to that, so I guess that's a thing that will happen at some point. If I grow a pair. But, yes, even if it's not music, I just want to collab with her in general. For the practical reason I was about to bring up. So, ordinarily, one of my big worries when I was considering collabs was compatibility, because, again, there's really no particular point in asking somebody to collab if the two of you do not get along, or you're awkward together, just no chemistry, etc. However, I play games with Neko all the damn time. I am in voice chats with her all the time with the rest of our friends over on the Neckarine Discord. And I can rest assure you that we're very good together. We have a lot of fun together, so the chemistry is there. I believe we could make a collab work if we decided to not be shy about it, if we just shot our shot and just collabed. It's beautiful in its own fucked up way, isn't it? But, yes, so yeah, Neko collab. Eventually I want to do it. I just don't know when. I will have to discuss the matter with her further. Oh, that's right. Peaceful. I'm not in any actual danger. But, yes, yeah, Saint, you would know. He can vouch for me. He can vouch for the fact that Neko and I spend a lot of time together, along with the rest of our friend group. So I do not have to worry about discomfort together. We have spent plenty of time together. We're relaxed around each other. We can, get along. Electro, too. He is in the same group. Hell, if these guys were VTubers, I'd probably have already collabed with all of them. And, if you guys remember Zoptos from my Guilty Gear Plus R training arc, who was basically my coach, I already collabed with him. Although technically he's not exactly a VTuber, just a dude with an anime avatar, but what's the difference in the end? But yes. So, yeah, as done as I am with Hololive, yeah, no, we don't need more of them. Like, half of this friend group already became VTubers as well, so, kind of a crowded market we have. But, yeah. So, yeah, I guess that's the bottom line of that. I want to collab with people. I want to sing songs with people. I just want to be around other VTubers in general. But yes, we do need viewers. Ray, for the love of God, please stay a viewer. We need you. We appreciate you. We are, indebted to you. You know how much we respect you. Please stay as a viewer. You do not need to become a VTuber to be respected. You are plenty respected as it is. Along with JC. JC's a fucking good dude. And again, he's not technically a VTuber, just a dude with an anime avatar, fantastic musician. He is, just a good dude in general. He's, yeah. Like, this is not my bias from the fact that he made my first fan art speaking anyways. Like, he's legitimately an amazing musician. Yeah, of course he's your man. He's my man, too. If you're saying he is your man. Yeah, there's a good idea. Fucking, plus, he's 1,000 times a lyricist I'll ever be. Like, that song he made for Corpse, that was just fucking fantastic. I could listen to that all day, like... The dude has a fucking way with words, and I just do not. So yeah, besides my lack of confidence in my vocals, there's a reason that most of my music so far has been instrumental. And half of that is because I cannot write lyrics for fucking beans. I mean, I guess I have a leg up in Dice Game because I actually know English, but... It's still, just, it's still a skill that I just don't think I possess. Burn, baby, burn. Yeah. Nice, comfy little fireside chat we're having, isn't it? Wonderful. So yeah, Ray Love, JC Love, I don't know why he's the first one I thought of after you and JC, but Livsev Love, fucking, Nanashi Love. All you guys are fucking gentlemen and scholars. You are the lifeblood of the scene, even more than we are. I appreciate all of you. Doesn't even matter, like... I may somewhat, like, still be new to the scene. I may still not exactly be a priority to anybody, but I still, like... For the scene in general, you're still just fantastic people. You all, have your spot. You're all just very nice. And sure, it's mutual, but at the same time, like... It's like that quote from Full Metal Jacket. Without me, my weapon is nothing. Without my weapon, I am nothing. Yeah, there's the idea. Without the viewers, VTubers are nothing. Without VTubers, the viewers may or may not be nothing. That sounded better in my head. But in any case, yes, viewer love. Viewer love in general. You are needed, you are wanted, you are respected, you are loved. Never forget that. Although that said, arguably, like, that said, I'm still pretty glad in all honesty that I became, virtual. Like, I'm glad I crossed over into this world and didn't just, observe, like, deciding to actually throw my hand into the ring myself. Because I just find this fun, plus, like, I didn't do this for credibility or any of that shit. Just, well, shit. That was a pretty steep cliff. It's a good thing I'm unpeaceful, otherwise I would have died. But, yes, I'm just, right. More sort of from a skill set and mindset standpoint. It's arguable if I have either, but I did it anyways. That said, I do think I'm improving at a pretty steady rate, all things considered. I think I'm doing alright. By the standards of somebody new to this. Like, there are a few people who know about me. Like, I still have some loyal viewers. Like, I'm off to a good start, is the best way to state it. Well, I'm glad to think so, Ray. But again, this is merely the beginning. I'm still, like, I'm still not a master of this by any means. Like, I'm still not a celebrity either. Like, again, that's not why I got into this. It's just a nice bonus, like... The slight bit of extra prestige has been somewhat helpful, but in the end, I would say just, jumping in was worth it. Like, not just staying on the front lines. Or not just observing from the sidelines. There we go. English hard. And I'm sober, so I have no excuse for that. But, yes. It is what it is. And I'm so glad to have anybody watching me at all. Like, I'm sure there are some people out there who have, like, 1 or 2 viewers who are just absolutely fucking bitter about the fact that nobody wants to watch them, nobody wants to be around them, and they take it out on the fucking people who actually are still there for them. Which is just a disgusting mindset in general, but fortunately, that's not mine at all. I'm grateful for what little I have. I'm still... I don't want to say content where I am, because obviously I do still have my big plans. That's pretty much most of what I've been talking about this stream. But I'm still happy with my progress. I'm still glad for what I have at the moment, but I will say I really hope nobody minds if I decide to try to go for more, aim higher. I'm not leaving you behind. You are coming with me for the ride. I know I've had that concern when I've been into small creators every now and again. That when they get big, start really getting a following, that they'll be forgotten about. Again, I've had that fear, I've been there, I get it, but I can rest assured the names that I see constantly today, I will easily remember in the exceedingly unlikely event that I actually get hundreds upon thousands of views per stream. That's probably not going to be likely because I am a incredibly niche content creator in all things considered. VTubing's a niche hobby. Streaming music is a fucking niche thing. Streaming the sorts of games I want to play is a niche thing. I say as I play Minecraft, easily the least niche video game there is. But in the end, just some people have managed to just get massive followings strictly doing their own thing and not bowing down to the trends, not sanitizing themselves for wider consumption, just being. And if I have it my way, that's how I'm going to be as well. Wow, karma's a bitch. I got lit on fire and fell in a hole. That's about what I deserve. And yes, you are 100% right, Ray. There is always an appeal if you play it right. And again, I'm still sort of feeling out what exactly I'm about. But I can feel myself getting closer and closer every stream I do. I'm not flying completely blind. That's really all I can ask for. I have some idea what I'm about. That's good. I have reasons to do what I do. I have goals I want to achieve. I have a possible, just a general use in the scene that I'm in. That's a good thing. Like, there are some people who just have nothing. I have something. And it's something. I don't know, that made more sense in my head. Yeah, you know what? These are my last two flints and steel, so I think I'll just, start winding down. Stream ends when I run out of flints and steels. So, let's light up and enjoy the last of our little fireside chat. How's that? So, yeah. So, before anyone asks, no, this was uninspired by Flare of Hololive. Just, lighting things on fire has its own appeal, you know? I don't need to imitate somebody to, feel the need to light things on fire. That's just something I wanted to do, in general. Like, I remember there was this one temporary server I was in that was in creative mode. Oh, Fubuki did the same thing? I didn't know that. Oh, the Void streams. Oh, yeah. Digging a hole in Minecraft and doing absolutely nothing else. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna go that shitposty with my streams, but it worked for her, so, yeah. Like, I really don't think I have what it takes to really do a sort of acid trip kind of stream. Unless I do this one other idea that I have, but I'm almost certain I will not be able to do it. But I don't want to talk about it right now on the off chance that I actually can make it happen, so... Sorry. Gotta stay vague. But, yes, So, I will spoil one aspect of it. It may or may not have involved me being a pseudo-Bobby Nuku. That is all I will say on the matter. You can draw your own conclusions from there. You can speculate from there. I will not stop you. You are free to assume what you like. I've already told you as much as I want to. Alright, this should burn real nice. Let's get a good view. But, yes. But yeah, besides that, I don't really have any good ideas for, like, off-the-wall sorts of streams. Like, just crazy shitpost kinds of streams. If I, like, generally if I were to come up with, like, stupid off-the-wall ideas, I would probably rather just make that a song, if that makes sense. Like I hope I'm not sounding like I'm tripping over myself to justify this, or like sounding like I'm in denial or something, but some people have accused me of like not liking streaming. Like just being unenthusiastic about it. Like just not liking it. That is not the case. I like doing it. I'm just sort of bad at it and trying to train myself to get better at it. Which is, you know, not the easiest thing in the world to do. Like, especially not sober. Like, there are certain VTubers who have been maimed as, like, legitimately hating VTubing and streaming and only using it as an avenue to promote their music. But I can assure you, that's just one leg of the empire. Like, I will always consider music my main skill and the main thing I like doing, but I do like to stream, and I do want to get better at it. I do want to practice at it, hence why I'm doing it right now. Like, I would like it if you would look at my music as well as my streams, but obviously I can't force you to do both. I mean, arguably I wouldn't even have to VTube, and yeah, exactly. I can have both, and that's why I do both. That said, there is one last thing I'm a little self-conscious about, and that's, I'm really not the best at, like, advertising myself, promoting myself. I fully admit that I'm fucking terrible at it. I don't know how to do it. Mostly because I'm the sort of person who I'm the sort of person who stopped watching TV because I couldn't stand commercials. I'm the sort of person who always has ad block on. Don't freak out, I subscribe to VTubers I really like. I support VTubers I like in other ways. But yeah, I dislike advertisement completely. So, to advertise myself is sort of asking me to, completely rewire my brain, like go against every single instinct I have as a person. So, obviously that doesn't help when you're an independent internet personality who does not have somebody else to do it for him. And sure, you're right, I do have to embrace the shill, but I have no fucking clue how. I do not know how to promote myself. I did not go to marketing school. I did not, I mean, yeah, there's obviously the networking, like, again, that's one of the, good things about coming into a pre-made scene as opposed to just trying to start from scratch on my own from zero. Like, there was actually a scene backing me straight from the beginning. And, like, that's helped, but at the same time, like, there's still more I can do. Like, eventually I will need to expand somewhat, find other markets to dip my toes into. But again, I do not know how. Besides, obviously, talk to people from outside my current network, but this looks back into me being a shy little bitch. To say nothing of the fact that a lot of VTubers from outside my scene do things that sort of irritate me. Like, I've already run into several of them who I just know for a fact I will not get along with whatsoever and do not want anything to do with. Which complicates matters. But of course, eventually I'm probably going to have to suck it up and just find people anyways. Because that's just how advertising works. It's how this shit works. Things, are just, you gotta do shit a certain way. I don't know what way, but a way. Yeah, you're right. Like, I mean, obviously there's the, there's a Koki clique in general. There's, but again, like, I'm talking people who have nothing to do with my current scene, is what I mean. Like, complete left fielders. Which, granted, I found a few already, but again, I need to talk to people. I need to, actually watch, like, maybe pop in on other streams when I have the time. Because Lord knows I could use a break from the grind in general. despite the fact that I still have other projects to accomplish, but we shall see. And I've run out of flint and steel, so let's watch the last of my handiwork burn out, and we will call it a night. So, yeah. See, that's also the good thing about being, generally, like, the main clique I'm in has a pretty good tendency of, bringing me VTubers that are well outside my circle, so, I'm grateful for them, at least. Just the, my friend group, of, Neko viewers. They turned me on to people that I never would have watched otherwise, so, I suppose I will have to pay a bit closer attention to that. But, we'll see. Pardon me, sorry. But yes, we shall see. Pardon me, Chronomage just needed my attention for something real quick. Those bastards are needy. But lucky I didn't decide to fucking... Does it count themselves lucky that I'm fucking, not blabbing about their methods of bringing me into this fucking, world again. Like, I'm pretty sure they're still fucking upset with me about that time I fucking theorized that the Mandela effect was how they brought me over there. In Charlotte's chat. So yeah, I guess that's a habit I'm glad that I've, sort of weighed myself off of, just talking about my lore in other people's chats. People were really not happy with me about that shit, but I don't have to anymore. It's okay, I'm about to end stream and I have no more flints and steels. So, okay, there's one last spot. We'll watch this. But, yes, so yeah, if you're one of those people who is irritated with me talking about my lore and other people's chats, then I'm sorry, just be glad I don't do it. Although that said, I did try to at least limit myself to good situations. Like, the only reason I brought that up, the Charlotte example I brought up was explicitly because, like, we were discussing the Mandela effect, and I thought, yeah, that's a good time to, make a little joke. Why not? But, nah. Shit, what on the subject of self-shilling? I almost forgot, for the longest time, I was also actually, reluctant to use my own emotes in other people's chats. Just because it seemed like a silly thing to do. Vain thing to do. But then I made the realization that was Yoro's hard work. Like, I didn't make them myself. Like, there's other handiwork. Like, somebody else made these emotes. They deserve to have their hard work shown on the wider internet. So I might as well. To say nothing of the fact that I think I've given an, I would say I came up with good emotes with good niche use cases, like... I mean, how many VTubers do you know with a drink emote? Like, it's pretty much just me and Val, right? It's useful, plus it's part of my brand. I mean, obviously, being known as a town drunk isn't exactly something to aspire to in a lot of senses, but I can think of worse ways to gain a reputation. Yeah, that's fair, Ray. And again, this goes back to me, like, just not knowing how to advertise myself. Like, I'm just self-conscious in general. I have concerns, you know? Like, I don't want to come off like I think I'm hot shit. I don't want to seem like I'm only in a place to fucking advertise myself. Because again, I hate advertising in general, so... If people... That's the last thing I want people to think of me, that I'm a fucking shameless self-shill. Then again, by some people's logic, if you show up in another VTuber's chat at all, you're shilling yourself. which is bullshit in my book, but some people just have dumb logic, you know? Like, yeah, newsflash, I enjoy watching VTubers. That means I'm going to chat at VTuber. In VTuber chats. If you don't like that, fucking suck a dick. I'm not gonna stop enjoying the content I like just because you think that's not professional of me. I can find other ways to be professional. That way you're just gonna have to fucking hold it. Gee, I really wish it was still daytime so I could admire my handiwork, but it is what it is. At the very least, this is significantly more clear than it was when I began my journey through the fire and flames. Man, I hope you can see that. Wow, I'm a genius. There we go, that's better. Why didn't it occur to me to do that before? Yeah, let's double back. But, yes, so yeah, people can question my methods all they like, and I know I do, but you know what, you're right, Ray. Like I was about to say, like, there are some people who will just second-guess me every step of the way, but if I was not cool with that, I would not have started this gig in the first place. We're not surveying the damage. This is a perfectly natural part of the process. Most forest fires are actually man-made and perfectly controlled, so that old, dead wood can be cleared and make way for new wood. So yeah, when I turn my back on the server, the seeds will plant themselves, and we will see a bright, shiny new forest, full of life. A nice new place for the animals to grow, graze, roam, and just live the life. Yes, unfortunately, Duck, you missed most of the burning. I'm just admiring my handiwork before calling it a night. Guess I'll just have to go watch the VOD. But, yes. So yeah. This is hardly the only time I've surveyed my own handiwork. So, another little tendency of mine, I actually tend to watch over my own streams at least once. See, I'm learning already. I'm glad someone was around to give me the advice, but yeah. So, yeah, that's a tendency of mine I have. I think I brought this up on stream before, but I always watch over my own VODs at least once. Rewatch them at least once. Because I like to look them over for studying purposes. I like to know what I did wrong and what I can improve on. Just so I can ensure that the very next stream can be better. Because like everything else, this VTubing gig is a constant sort of strive to improve. If you're content where you are either fucking up or else really good at what you do. Although that said, there are some collabs that I'd like to rewatch, but unfortunately, both of my collab partners so far apparently don't give a shit about uploading VODs to YouTube. Which, as an archivist at heart, irritates me more than a little bit. Hence why, up until recently, I was locally recording my stuff through OBS. But then, I only just realized, somebody only just enlightened me about the fact that there are, about Twitch's feature where I can automatically export a video to YouTube in 2 clicks. And I only just learned about that. Which on one hand would have been handy to know fucking however many months ago. Wow, I went completely out of my way. You know, once I got that, I don't think I'm done. Maybe I'll find a little more sand. There's gotta be some more gravel around here someplace, right? Because Mr. Duck apparently wants to watch more burning, so more burning he will get, assuming I can find some more gravel. And ipso presto, there it is. Show me the flint. There it is. Alright. So, one more flint and steel, why not? And we'll double back and do a little more burning. So, there we go. Off we go. But, yeah. This is something I see myself doing for quite some time, this VTubing gig. I have my ambitions, I have my dreams, I have a good skill that could be, very well honed. It's just a sensible thing to do, you know? I'll be around for as long as you'll have me. Because, of course, obviously, I will also, gladly, just, I do want to accept, music commissions as well. I do want to, make covers. I do want to, be somebody, you know? While doing my own thing. Because obviously there's more to this gig than just sheer clout, sheer fame chasing. That's a good way to stress yourself out and depress yourself. Hence why I don't do it. Alright. It's okay, Duck, you're around. Here's your fire. As a matter of fact, let's light a little more. See how far it spreads. Why not? But yes, lighting up. Beautiful, isn't it? So that's about the score at the moment. Things are, I can feel myself progressing. Still a lot to improve on, but I do still have my goals that I will accomplish, come hell or high water. I will fucking sing. I will collab with Neko. I will sing with some other VTuber. I will make covers. I will fucking make music. I will fucking make music for people. I will do a bunch of shit along that line. And you will enjoy it. If I do it right. And I will make songs longer than a minute and a half. At some point. I suppose that's something I could also do in the interim. Just polish up the songs I've already made, lengthen them up, make them sound like actual songs. Oh shit, that just reminds me of another brilliant collab idea. Corpse! Why didn't I think of her before? I need to reach out to Corpse too, she's amazing. Like, just... Like, obviously I want to write music with her, but just fucking, that Saitu thing she does has been very great too. Fucking, yeah, I'm not surprised, right? But, yes, yeah. Corpse was an obvious one that didn't occur to me until just now. Just the thing is, like, she really is still sort of intimidating, you know? There's just something otherworldly about her. Just a bit of a mystique. Like, she's unquestionably still on my level, so to speak, but, still, there's still somewhat of a, like, wish to not be a bother, a, wondering of, yeah, Corpse is amazing, ooh-woo. I wouldn't say it in those words, but I do agree. But, yes, hopefully I can get over the mistake and actually, like, reach out to her, because her and I would get along amazingly, I just know it. I do want to work with her, or just play with her, or just do something with her eventually. When we both have the time. But we'll see. Apparently I have a lot of DMs to send over the next few days. Yeah, funny you mentioned that. I just remembered again. She is also somebody I've already DM'd. Because when I wrote my song for Carmine, I actually had to, No, I've certainly seen how she treats you, Ray, and you deserve it. You are one of her biggest loyalists. You have earned every song about you and then some. But yes, I've actually already DM'd Corpse because when I wrote my song for Carmine, I just couldn't resist adding a little snippet from her own song about Carmine. So I basically asked her, hey, do you mind if I use a little snippet? And she said yes, and she did seem very friendly about it. And, like, obviously I was still too intimidated to actually strike up a small talk sort of conversation, but it's still something I want to do. Like, I'm sure she would be, I mean, I'm sure she's pleased. Like, any musician would be flattered to, like, have somebody want to cover their song. Or, like, have it worked into something else. Like, I'm sure she was pleased. But, yeah, I do still just want to spend some more time with her. Get to know her a bit better. Because I know, like, great things would happen if we did sort of, actually, start talking and working together. But, of course, it's gotta come from me. I am, inclined to agree, Ray, if I'm being quite honest. I don't know how she's gonna feel about us saying that, but the fact of the matter is, it's the truth. And if people can call me cute to my face, then there's really not much she can do. Then again, there are more dangerous people to say cute to, in general. Koki. That's another person I'd like to collab with, but that's another matter. I'm honestly surprised at how supportive Koki's been, in all honesty. Like, when I first met her, like, I didn't think, like, we'd be, like, I wasn't sure if we'd, like, really connect, so to speak, but I don't know, we do tend to get along whenever we're in each other's streams. It surprises me, pleasantly. Koki's a good girl, I like her. I don't know about collabing with her, but stranger things have happened. Like, I mean, Crimbo's slightly more obvious, but I don't know. Just another fucking DM I gotta send. Yeah, this peaceful music as everything is burning. I should probably turn it up. Options, music and sounds. Let's turn this shit up. There we go. Yes, I will do it. I will fucking grow up here and dance with people. And it's like, why the fuck not? Because, like... Oh yeah, Thief. That was another one I was thinking of. Yeah, I like Thief. I like being around them. And again, Thief is another one of those VTubers where I, sort of already collab with them if you count playing a fight with them on stream as collabing. However, Thief is a main, which means that's the stuff of my fucking nightmares, and I'd really rather not go through that. But I'm sure there's other fighters we can play together. But yeah, I am far from opposed to getting closer to Thief, either. They seem very nice, very approachable. As for a shoot for the stars option, I think my shoot for the stars option would be I want to call up with Koopa. Like, I don't really have a justification for that besides I just want to. It just seems nice and approachable. Cool lady. I just fucking want to collab with her. Gee, I wonder what you're going to say about once again. Littlest situation. Right, right. Where if I just grew a pair and said Aster, then I could do it. Fair, fair. Although that said, see, the thing is, no matter who I ask for a collab, like I said earlier, I do want to ensure that we have the right chemistry, so I would want to at least spend a little time with them off-stream to ensure that we're a good fit for each other. Then again, I didn't do that with Congo, and things turned out well, but again, that's Congo. Congo could make anybody look good. But, I'll come up with something. And again, that's why Neko's one of my more obvious choices, besides just the Oshi privilege, but... either way. So many DMs to slide into, so little time. So many forests to burn, so little time. I mean, yeah, the only thing I could see her, like... as long as I don't bring up that Persona 4 is my favorite Persona, maybe she'll, I think I'm good as long as I don't bring that up. Which is good because I am not exactly a troll. I don't like pissing people off intentionally. I don't like starting arguments. I prefer to just get along with people, vibe with them. Not really into debates, otherwise, I'd probably still be into video games. Or, God forbid, would have gotten into... yeah, no. If debates were my thing, I would probably be, into politics. Okay, the chronomazers are really fucking getting on my back, so, I'm gonna have to use the last of this liner and fucking call it in. So, yeah, you'll have to forgive me for this, but, when they say jump, like, they really do not like to be blown off. To say the least. So, yeah. So, yeah. Conclusions. I need to do more collabs. I need to DM more people. I need to open music commissions, and I need to fucking stop stressing about things so much. Alright. Let's get a bit review of this burnout. Why not? And, perfect metaphor, we will do so by climbing a mountain. Yeah, speaking of which, if it weren't for the fact that I'm fully convinced it would never happen, that'd be another nice collab, Mori. I know for a fact Mori and I would get along. Like, fucking competitive Guilty Gear player, strong musician, just so approachable. But of course, her corporate leaseholders will not let anybody who isn't also corporate near her. So that will have to remain a pie-in-the-sky dream. Guess that just means I'll have to embrace who I actually can ask for a collab, huh? So yeah, I'd like to watch this burn out, but I'm on the clock now. Yeah, never say never, but yeah. In the words of the Beatles, tomorrow never knows. But, yeah. So, once I find my humble little unfinished abode that's pretty much only there as an excuse for me to burn shit, that will be the end of the stream. I could have just logged out and been done with it, but no, I'm extra. I like to end things metaphorically. And I am on the complete wrong side of the mountain. I believe my house was actually the other way. This way. But, yes, so yeah. Obviously, it wouldn't be too becoming of me to jerk myself off all that much, but fuck it. Yeah, I didn't need any of that shit anyways, and I'm probably never gonna visit the scene again. Fuck it. Let this be a nice little metaphor for, yeah. Let's hope that's not part of the metaphor, huh? Climb the mountain only to fucking fall off and die. Yeah, let's hope not. So, yeah, that's the end of that. We will pick out our raid target, and then we will get our asses out of here. And we've got Kuragi, Shirara and Thief both on. Komodo's on. And Shadow. Yeah, you know what? Let's aim for the stars. Let's go Shirara. Why not? How's that? Really appreciate that. You have no idea how much I wish I could get a gold smug, but I cannot afford subscriptions. I can only afford tier 1. But yes, so thank you for the stream. We will be raiding the lovely Dumpling Shirora. I'll be attempting to make a connection. Wish me fucking luck. With everything, not just the DMs. Anyways, thank you all. See you later.